The birds are on the roof now. I get a team of jackdaws up there. They'll start pecking in a minute. You'll hear them drumming. Alright, so we're in my studio at my house in Carlingcott in Somerset. We followed an idea that we'd really had for a long time, me and my missus, to move out to somewhere more rural where we could live a slightly more rural lifestyle. We've been here 7 years, we're still working on it. I thought it would take about 2 years. This part of the building was basically a former hayloft. When we bought the place, there were plants growing in through the windows, in through the roof. A number of animals have made their home in here. The best thing about it is the quiet. When I go in my piano room, occasional tractor drives past, but I can play in there without distraction really. The album's called Ballroom Ghosts. It's about what happens to buildings and spaces when people are not in them anymore. In these spaces where lots of music took place, in formal ballrooms, in these beautiful old buildings that are now dilapidated, there must be somehow the remains and the residue of the events that took place in there, the music that happened in there, the people, the times they had, the heartbreak and the romance. There must be some evidence of it still existing. That's what I think. I'm not superstitious or religious in any way, but when you see an old building, you feel that. A lot of the music is influenced by traditional dance rhythms. Think of a great old tea dance from the 1930s. There's elements of that sound in some of the tracks, but the writing's a bit more expansive than that. It's got a more fantastical, slightly more magical, mysterious quality to it. We raise pigs and sheep here. That is all part and parcel of how we've chosen to exist out here. I've got no doubt that food and music are really highly related. They're both incredibly nourishing, they're both really good for you. And the way that food and flavour work is, to me, identical to the mixing phase of music. How you pull together combined timbres and sounds to make a particular feeling is exactly the same as how you might choose certain combinations of herbs and spices to bring types of flavour into a meal. It's absolutely the same process, it's just a different sense. Because you have grown it or cared for it and been the steward of it over its life, the way that you approach the cooking of that is with a certain amount of care and caution. And that is the same if you're making an album. You're going to have your name on it. You better make sure you're happy.